Hey everyone, welcome back to Brick Vault and welcome back to Top 10 MOCs. This is your host Mike, and we're showcasing, as always, my favorite MOCs from the community from the passing week. Quick reminder that you can still submit a fan MOC in the link below. I do not have enough fan MOCs for this episode, so we only got like 4. Please submit more so you can be featured in the next episode. Don't forget to also visit our web store at brickvault.toys. Our latest MOC are the wearable 1:1 scale Lego helmets from Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Jango Fett, Din Djarin, and Bo-Katan Kryze. Those are designed by Louis Mini. Every copy of instructions you purchase supports our designer here and us here at Brick Vault, so thank you very much. Our first MOC at number 10 comes from socalbricks, Dynasi the Lava Beetle, a monster feature, if you will, creature feature as I like to call it, and that beetle is to be feared of course. Really cool minifigure to ride the thing, and I really enjoy how the front legs or claws are designed. Really awesome use of the pauldron pieces I believe here, and that giant horn in the middle accentuates the beetle's iconic head. There's this really cool picture displaying the beetle on top of some lava and rock, so you can tell the creature is very durable. And I just really enjoyed the overall concept, imagining a battalion of these things rushing some fortress in some fantasy lore. That would be super cool. So well done socalbricks for number 10 MOC this week. With number 9 we have Corvus Auriac MOCs coming in with Needles in the Mist, and that is a micro scale build, but also quite big at that because of its sheer design. We have 2 rocky isles with towers on them, connected by a bridge, really well done with the tiny thread pieces from Lego. The designers also mentions that there are custom tiles printed via Photoshop, so those tiny doors you see on the towers are actually custom. I would actually love to see a Lego piece with that print. I like the use of slope grills for the staircase leading to the higher tower, and the captain's pauldrons in green creating a tree on the rocky formations is a nice cherry on top. Plus also the inverted captain's pauldron in brown is used as a boat. That is a render of a MOC, but I can see this being totally done in real bricks. And I really commend the design of the rocky formations of both aisles. Well done. Number 8, Miscellanabuilds with Harley Quinn, a small MOC, of course, but the use of pieces is amazing. That was a challenge for the iron builder, with the seat piece being the red cauldron. So that piece is used for the feet, for the hammer of Harley Quinn, and for her hair design. Very clever overall, quite an expressive character given the limitation of the pieces in the small scale, but the color combination is preserved to immediately tell you that this is indeed Harley Quinn. Also just love the design for the whole head with the face, with the tentacle pieces in red being a little bit of weird hair. And with some technique involved, I also believe that this character is a bit poseable, which is awesome. With number 7 we have designer Reddish Blue with a John Deere X9 1100 with HDF 35 header. Now, I'm not an expert of agricultural equipment, but this is one heck of a harvester. The designer mentions that this is actually scaled to the city lineup of Lego, so if you're having a custom Lego city with some farmland next to it perhaps, that is an excellent MOC to join that display. Very good minifigure scale as the picture shows, with lots of detail going on and quite a fine use of pieces for the assembly of the front especially, and just the angles and shaping for the whole harvester is done very accurately. You can of course disconnect the front assembly to have just the harvester, and that way you will see better details of the cabin for example, and the design for the front entry. Very well done, and if anything I wish Lego City would go that direction. They are actually going that way a little bit, as the latest Lego City vehicles are getting more and more realistic, which I very much commend. Number 6 is a micro build. I have a soft spot for micro builds, especially of this quality. CloudyTheLegoFan comes with cosiness. An oval design for the base is really cute, with a lot of autumn colors to complement that, and if you look closely at the doorstep you might see possibly a minifigure cloth piece. The whole shed or the small building is a little bit rickety, so a little bit of illegality in techniques here and there, but it just adds to the charming look. The birch tree on the left is a nice contrasty piece, and just the whole scene gives you this mellow autumny look, quite fitting as we are in August and fall is just around the corner. Also I want to ask you in the comment section what are the pieces by the base of the birch tree, and on the far right these seem to be some minifigure accessories, but I can't quite pinpoint what they are. Number 5, another micro build. This is a week of micro builds. I just love how these are designed. Filbrick with the Stone Golem. I think the face is what captures this MOC's pure quality. It's so well done, the open stud pieces, but I believe this inside might be at the back of the Lego microphone or something like that. It just gives you a very expressive look for a Stone Golem face at this very tiny scale. On top of that, literally you have a castle, a tiny castle, just sitting on top of the golem, so that's a very cool concept for sure. Some foliage elements encompassing it, and just the shaping of the body using a small amount cleverly placed bricks is something I'll always recommend in a micro build like this. The base complements it nicely, and it can be a small display piece. I would love to see instructions for that, to have yourself a tiny desk golem. With number 4 we have Perron, quite a known designer, not posting very often, but he did post the new build called the Pronghorn. It is a small starship, as the designer states, inspired by the art of Rasmus Poulsen, an incredible 3D artist, and the Mantis ship from Jedi Fallen Order. The thrusters seem to be the coolest part of the MOC, really awesome design for that newer pauldron piece in black, and the handlebar pieces on the connector joints are creating what seems to be directional thruster element in the back. Very cool piece usage. Exceptionally nice shaping on the rear fuselage of the ship, and I really like how the transition happens from metallic grey to yellow to white and then to the red Space Police cockpit. Perron has penguins in his logotype, so there's of course a small penguin in the cockpit, you can spot it if you look closely. And this is an excellent MOC showcasing that a great design doesn't really mean a lot of pieces. It is just shaping an overall contrast of colors and stickers and prints used to masterful effect. Plus I just want to highlight his previous build from February this year, this tiny ice penguin pickup with a fantastic design for those cutely chubby wheels. Love the Ice Planet touch and just love the overall design. Just wanted to highlight that one because it's really awesome looking. Number 3, we have our very well-known Eero Okkonen coming back. I just cannot skip his MOCs, I'm sorry, they're just way too good. Pessi and Illusia is the title, and here we have a very charming enchanted build, if you will. The eyes are drawn definitely to the toad with some clever use of studded areas to emphasize the toad's body. The handcrafted basket at the top carrying some fruits perhaps is an amazing touch with some foliage in the back, and for the furry itself the amazing piece of wings in the back is really eye-catching, but if you look closely the skirt is made what I believe are the elves Lego dragon head pieces perhaps. I think that's the print from the elves, has to be. And for the feet you have these newer fern pieces in white which came out just recently, so an amazing kind of flying boots design. Just the grand picture of this MOC shows you excellent shaping, curves, whatnot, just a very mellow fantasy scene overall. Eero is a master of that. Number 2, we have a dragon from BardJaskier, I believe that is a Polish builder, the Jade dragon, and maybe that is not a very complex MOC, but I placed it high because it's really amazing composition. Not only the dragon's body is very curvy and positioned in this awesome flying fashion, but also we have floating islands which remind me a little bit of Avatar, some character overlooking the serpent, great foliage elements like a tree hanging on the edge of a rock, mini floating islands positioned using the Avengers positioning piece, as I like to call them, from the Avengers Tower set, and the overall flow of water with mini waterfalls here and there encompassing into a larger pond at the bottom with nicely soft rounded edges. So again, the MOC doesn't really need super fancy techniques, but it just needs an idea and composition, and this MOC I believe deserves second spot. And with number 1, I have something I didn't think I would place in number 1, but here we are, Clockwork bricks for Whom the Bell Tolls. No, not the Metallica song, but a MOC of an amazing display. I don't even know if I should call it a diorama, maybe just an art piece, but this is not AI, this is not like super Photoshop, this is actually very clever use of shading and lighting to create that effect. There's a video of the builder showing the feature of the MOC, like a bell being struck by this bigger piece. Lots of detail if you really look closely. I don't want to describe it too much because I think I'm gonna just spoil it too much. I want you to pause the video and actually check it out. There's so much to discover here with the piece usage, with the use of minifig accessories, this amazing minifigure in the middle, just on some part of his or her journey. It's just there is a story to be told here, and I kind of want to know more. Like, this MOC inspired me to know more about this. I want to hear this story. And there is a story indeed, because if you click on the link below, like with every other builder, you can check out their Flickr page, follow them, and in this MOC, there's a small poem associated with the scene. Well done. I love when people are using Lego for something like that. And now for honorable mentions. As always, not every MOC makes the list, but these are no less amazing than the list itself. Here's Peter Botcher with Nobody's Home #2 MOC. I just love the rickety chimney with the chain around it. Micro build from Karf Oohlu Lite with Olifant encounter. Amazing use of the feather piece from the minifig hat accessory. Versteinert comes with Volkswagen T3 Bulli Vanagon. Admiral Typhoon, a take on a Transformers G1 cliff jumper, a MOC that is in scale with the official Bumblebee set and possibly inspired by it. Old SparrowLegs with the Lurker, a really cool mech with a giant gun. Micah Bideman, Ellie Wilsey aka Forlorn Empire, and Grant Davis with a collaborative build called the Numinous Isle. A Brick Dreamer with microscale Lego dioramas of the Jurassic Park set, the Dagobah diorama and the newest Jaws set. Care Creations with Journey to Sri Lanka, showcasing some of the endemic species of the Sri Lankan ecosystem. Josh with Beside the Pool, a micro location piece. New Montag with The End, ? A very weird MOC, you kind of have to think what it actually shows. Alierach with Inverted Mesky, a very creepy creature, especially if you look at the link with the description. Evan Selt Lego with Slipping Out the East Gate, rather simple MOC, but I do like the atmosphere of the scene. Cookie Bricks with Found in Flora, a larger render of a little Bambi, well, of course, in the flora of a forest. Lewis of Natwood with Southern Gate Smoke. I love the use of rubbery pieces for that weird dead tree in the back. That is super creepy. Tyler Lego with a gigantic Islamic astronomy tower model using tons of these Rivendell printed floor tiles. Snail Lad with Hotel Deluxe, a take on the Paradisa theme of Lego with the Streamline Moderne Hotel, which I really love the sleekness of and the pastel color palette. And last but not the least, Cochet with the Battle of Easted from the 1850, a giant collaborative diorama of one of the craziest battles in the Northern Europe history. And there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this Top 10 MOCs episode. Again, no fan MOCs this week because you didn't submit enough. I only have a few, so keep submitting. There is a link below with all the rules required for your submission. I would love to see more MOCs for next week so I can showcase the segment. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like, subscribe, or dislike if you didn't like it, and I hope to see you in the next episode. It was Mike. Thanks for watching. BrickVolt.